Quick update on Kane and Yamamoto, just maintenance day, or is Yamamoto's shot from Bouchard impacting him?
Yeah, maintenance day for Yamo, and for Kaner, we're just giving him a personal day here today and tomorrow as well. So,
but will he be in the lineup on Wednesday, Kane?
Yep, good chance that will happen.
Okay. Your team, Mike Smith talked about attention to detail, and you've seen it obviously back-to-back shutouts. You can't get happier than that defensively. But if you look over your whole time here, the team's now, I think, 6th or something in goals against. When you came in, you had a plan on what you wanted to incorporate change early. Now that you've had 32 games, is it on pace to where you think it should be? Are you happy with what you've seen as results thus far?
Well, I'm pleased to see the work ethic of our players, their willingness to be open to some new ideas, and for me, I don't think we've yet have played to our full potential just yet. I think we're trending in the right direction. I think there's more to go. And in terms of our team game, what we're trying to do is we're trying to refine different parts of our game down the stretch right here. So we like to say add layers to the onion, like we're continuing to add a little bit here and there and trying to grow our game each day. And I think that stays consistent with the messaging that we gave the media and our fan base, but also to our players, which is that we're really pushing to improve each and every day. And you got to do that in different ways. Sometimes it's resting properly. Sometimes it's traveling properly. Sometimes it's meeting properly. And other times it's about going out there on the ice and getting your reps and repping things out. And so, that's our goal, is to get better every day.
When you're running the lines, and when you have 11 instead of 12, right? Obviously, you got to be cognizant. You seem very cognizant to ensure that guys are getting in the rotation. You're not going with the lines as much anymore. When you talk to your players, is that easier for them? Do they like that better?
Good question for them. Some of them have come through our program in Bakersfield, and so they would have experience of us doing that. I think, one thing when you're going 11-7, you have to make sure that everybody's alert on the bench. Because sometimes we might put a right winger on left wing for a shift, or a center on the wing, and I like that. I like it when people have to be on their toes. It also means the coaching staff has to be on their toes as well. I think the rhythm of the way we play when we have it 11-7, it's a good rhythm. But I feel comfortable with 12-6 as well. It shows our versatility as a team.
So in the flow of a game, when there's a lot of changes on the fly and there's not whistles, are you yelling out the 3 forwards once the first, let's say McDavid's line goes? Do you yell right away, or how late of time are you giving it yourself or the players?
Depends if I want to match something or not. But typically I'm pretty early in who's coming next, and I'll say it more than once to make sure that it's clear.
Are you just not able to whistle like Todd?
I don't have a good whistle. No, I don't have a good whistle.
If you did, would you use it, or?
I don't know. It's not a tool in my arsenal.
I wanted to try and find the perfect day to ask you this question, because
Okay.
I know you love looking into the future, but you don't play for a couple of days and you're just coming off a day off, so maybe.
Yeah.
You've come up, things have gone really well for you. This is a great opportunity for you and it's going well. How do you stay in the moment like you preach, but also you have to feel some excitement about how well this is going and what the future might hold?
Well, I think I'm trying to model the behavior we're asking our team to have, which is, I think we're a humble team, and we're an in-the-moment team. And, whether you've won a game or you've lost a game or a few in a row, either way, I think it's important to be even-keeled and stay present. It's hard to do sometimes, especially if you haven't won in a while, the noise gets louder and louder. But sometimes when you've won a lot, and the noise gets loud, and you have to make sure that you're grounded in a certain type of way. And as I said, I'm just trying to model that behavior for the rest of the team.
You waited a long time and worked a long time for your opportunity.
Yep.
Now you're in the middle of it. What's the experience been like? And I mean, I can imagine you really, really want this, and it's, you know, you're enjoying it and want to be able to keep doing it.
Yeah, I feel very natural in this position, and as you said, it's not like I was just airlifted into it. I've put 17 years of work to be ready should that opportunity ever arise. And I can tell you, being the head coach down in Bakersfield, that's something that we talked a lot to our young players down there, was making sure that they focused on the things that they could control so that they were ready when it was their turn to get tapped on the shoulder. And just like we talked about modeling behavior as coaches down in Bakersfield, we tried to do the same thing with making sure that we were working at our game as coaches, refining our crafts. And should the time ever come, we wanted to make sure that we're ready for the opportunity.
Do you want to get Josh Archibald into one of the next couple of games before he becomes the forgotten man, or is, you know, when team's winning, it's harder to make?
I think we have last game we dressed 11-7 and 3 really good NHL caliber forwards didn't play in that game. That's hard. That's one of the hardest things about 11-7 is that you're sitting another NHL forward out. I think we want to get everybody involved, but we're going to take it one day at a time. I'm not going to be hard and fast in predicting on who's going to go in and who's not. We're just taking it one day at a time. Eventually those guys will get back in. And just like we talked about, making sure that you're ready when the time comes, that's their job as players, is to make sure they're putting in the necessary work to make sure that they're ready to succeed when they do get the call.
Fogle, Nugent Hopkins, and Ryan have had some good games together. Why does that line work in your mind?
Well, it's got the elements of a pretty good line. You have the size and speed of Warren Fogle, someone who gets in on the forecheck. He's got a good shot. I think Nugent Hopkins is a very cerebral 200-foot player that just makes other people better. He plays in every facet of the game. And then you have someone like Derek Ryan who brings experience. I think he brings a dogged work ethic. I think he brings a level of hockey intelligence that complements the other two. And for whatever reason, this was something that we went to right off the bat when Dave and I came up from Bakersfield, and we've had good results with them. And I'm happy for them. They feel like they're a big part of the team, and that's a credit to the work and the results that they're putting in.
Just one more. I understand what personal means, that it's personal, but with Evander Kane, is this something that's just going to be 2 days and it's over and it's fine?
Yep, just the personal days. Yep.
Are you expecting Yamo Wednesday?
We'll see how he is tomorrow, but I think it's more of a maintenance day today than anything. I think he'll practice tomorrow. Good. Thanks, guys.